So hello everyone, in our last video we already talked about that algorithm and about lemma. This chapter is much more important for 10th standard students because from this chapter so many questions are asked. Meanwhile, I will tell you that what kind of question and how many marks it contains. Here we are discussing about algorithm and lemma. This is not very important topic because board is not asking that what is algorithm and what is lemma. But for introduction purpose, we should know that what is algorithm and what is lemma. So here I would like to tell you that algorithm is a list of well-defined steps for achieve a task, and a lemma is a proven statement that can be used for solving problem. So here we can see that lemma we already having, which is in the form of A is equals to BQ plus R, and we having condition that 0 is less than equals to R is less than B. So here as a lemma we are using A is equals to BQ plus R. But for particular question, if we are solving, so many steps will be there and that lemma will converted into algorithm. So here I would like to tell you the difference between algorithm and lemma. That what is algorithm? It is a series of a So here I would like to tell you the difference between algorithm and a lemma. Algorithm is a series of a well-defined steps which gives a procedure for solving type of a problems. Means to solve a problem we are using algorithm, means we will use this statement and that is called as a lemma, and by using so many steps we are achieving algorithm. And what is a lemma? It is a proven statement used for proving another statement. Means this statement is already proven by Euclid. He already proved that this is one condition when you are dividing something, so you are getting that b into quotient and the remainder will be there, and the value of remainder will be equals to 0 or less than b. And to achieve algorithm we are using this statement and we are doing so many steps. Here I would like to give you one example. Suppose if we are talking about one example like 30, and if we are dividing by 7, what we have to do? Let us see the process. So here we will see that in table of 7 the nearby value for 30 will be, if you are subtracting this you are getting one new thing that I already told you, that now we have to take that 7 inside, and in a table of a 2 when 7 will come or nearby value of 7 will come, here remainder will be there. Now we will take that 2 inside, in a table of 1, 2 ones are 2 and our remainder should be 0. So here we did process. This is one simple division method, but if you are writing it in the form of A is equals to BQ plus R, so what you are getting? So for the first step you are getting 30. What is the value of your B? That will be 7, and your quotient is 4, so you will write 7 into 4. What remainder you got? So you got remainder as a 2 for the first step, so you will write plus 2 over here. Then the second step you have to write whatever is inside, that is 7, so we are writing 7 over here. Then you have multiplied 2 into 3, so you will write your B as 2 and your Q as 3, and here you can see remainder as 1, so you will write plus 1 over here. Then whatever is inside again you have to write over here. What you have multiplied? You have multiplied 1 into 2, so you will write 1 into 2 over here, and here we got remainder as a 0, so we will write 0 over here. So this process will continue till that 0 come. When 0 comes, this process get ends, and here you wrote it in the form of A is equals to BQ plus R. Now you will ask that what all this process, how we will use. So the simple thing I would like to tell you is that here we can find HCF by using this Euclid's algorithm. Earlier we were doing different method to find HCF in standard fifth, but here we found another method to find HCF in for this example. I would like to tell you that if you want to find the HCF, you have to do the same process. You have to take remainder as a 0. When 0 is coming over here, whatever is remain here, that is called as HCF of particular numbers. So earlier we have already written these steps. These steps are from our textbook. So student will ask that why we are using Euclid division algorithm, why we are not doing that simple method which we were doing earlier. Because for the large number the calculation will be easier by using Euclid's division algorithm, and it is very easy to do so. Here you can see some remarks which are very important. Please note it down these points. And here you can see some more example which you can see and solve by yourself.